In this module, we are going to take a look at Stevens' model of world Englishes. This is considered the oldest model of presented of world Englishes. It was presented in 1980. In this model, Stevens tried to show the relationship of different varieties which are used in the world today with that of either American or British variety. Since from very early days of the spread of English had already been divided in two varieties, that of British and American English. Stevens shows how all the other varieties which are used in the world today have their origins in either the British or the American variety. So what he did was he took a map of the world. So on this map of the world, he superimposed a tree diagram which showed this relationship of different varieties of English with either that of British or American variety. As you can see in the diagram, in this way, American English accounts for Canadian English, English in Philippines and Puerto Rico, and British English accounts for almost English is used in the rest of the world. All the English is used in the rest of the world. For example, India, Pakistan, many European countries, and almost the rest of the world. So, according to Stevens' model, all the Englishes have their origin in either British or American English, and it gives, in a way, a historical overview of the development of global English today. This model, like we have just said, also shows what Englishes are or which variety out of American or British English is responsible for the spread of which variety in the world. So Canadian, Philippines English, etc., emerging from the American English, and many other Englishes in the world emerging from the British English. Although it provided a very good historical overview of the spread of Englishes, it still has certain weaknesses. The biggest weakness of this model is that it completely overlooks the varieties which developed not through let's say these political and this contact with either the American or the British variety. The contact of people of different parts of the world with either British or American variety because of certain political reasons. For example, varieties which are developing or which have developed as a result of contact of the English language with vernacular languages. An example is China. In China, English has developed not with the help of a direct association with any of the major varieties of English, but it has developed because of other reasons. One is the use of media by Chinese people, the availability of English to Chinese people through media. For example, people who can afford can read books in English, can watch English movies, have access to channels which broadcast in English, etc. So Stevens' model completely overlooks the varieties which have emerged not as a result of the direct association with one of these varieties, but as a result of contact with the language through other means.